The Ford Dealers of America, who sell and service Ford cars and Ford trucks, present Burr Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players, with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
It's so nice to be nice to your neighbor. Step right up, shake his hand, say hello.
Oh, it's nice to be nice to your neighbor. Give a howdy, mister, everywhere you go.
It costs nothing to smile at your neighbor. If it does, then it's sure worth the price.
Lend a helping hand to those who need it, you'll have no regret. 'Cause the more you give of happiness, the more you're bound to get. When that judgment day comes rolling round, oh brother, you'll be set. So be nice, 'cause it's nice to be nice.
It's so nice to be nice to your neighbor. Through the ages you'll find that it's so.
Cleopatra was nice to her neighbors. That's the reason she had more than just one beau.
If that queen had been mean to Columbus, then the Mayflower would still be on ice.
Every history book is filled with folks who gave their very best. You remember how Sir Walter spread his fancy Sunday vest.
And New York would be more crowded, but a nice guy said,
go west, so be nice, 'cause it's nice to be nice.
I wish I could do a turn like that.
Well, you have to be constructed like a dragon to do a turn like that.
I guess so.
You should have seen the picture at the opening.
Was it a good picture?
It was very interesting. Well, they had the Ford seal and it had a little bit of plaid wool in it.
A little bit of plaid wool?
Yeah, see, we have a little trick. It's a production trick.
Oh?
Saves wear and tear on the cameras.
I see. Well,
Yeah.
that's very interesting.
Well, we open, see, with a Ford shield down there and a close-up, you see. And I guess we forgot because we were going to start singing the song right away. So when you came in, and I thought it looked very pretty.
Yeah, as a matter of fact...
Well, you called me.
Well, I know. It looked very nice.
Did it really?
It looked very lovely. Looked very sweet with a Ford crest and then this lovely...
I'll get sick of wearing this dress every Wednesday, though.
Well, could we just have a sleeve?
Well, I guess. I want to do everything I can to cooperate.
Well, just tell you, after the show, we'll just tear off a sleeve. And we'll hang it up there beside the crest so that we'll be sure not to miss it.
Yes, because it was so decorative. I don't like things too even.
Well, I am
Sad.
even.
I like things with a little edge to them.
Yes, I think so, too.
Yes.
I never thought I'd have to give my sleeve to get it, but...
Well, we can wait till next Wednesday.
Okay.
You don't mind?
No, anything for...
I'll get it.
Call. Expecting a call?
No. Are you?
No?
Hello?
Telephone didn't...
Well, hello. How are you?
Times today.
No.
Well, I'm fine. We're all fine.
I don't feel so good.
Yeah.
I feel great.
Do you?
Yes. I'm a new artist.
Oh?
Yes. Well, you know. Gracious sakes. I'm a recording artist now.
Yeah? Well, he's here.
Feel different?
Hmm?
You feel different?
No, but I bet I look different.
Well, sure you can talk to him if you want to.
Who's it, Kook?
It's for you.
Oh.
Uncle Dorchester.
Oh, wonderful.
You excuse me, I have some things to do, and I'll say hello for me.
Yeah, I will.
Sleep.
Your phone call, sir.
Oh, thank you. You may leave us.
Don't you want me to hold it?
Oh, I forgot. Hello! Well, fine. How are you? That's good. How's Aunt Doris? And how... Oh, that's good. She missed me? Well, we missed her, too.
Dolores?
Yes. Yeah, well, you're in town. Mm-hmm. Hmm? 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 Pardon me. Mm-hmm. Well, no. Well, that would be ridiculous. That would be hard on the poor child. Why, no. What? But we have plenty of room here. Why, certainly. Well, I'd like to talk it over with the group first. Will you come on over and we'll talk it over with the group first? Yeah. What time does your train leave? Oh, it does. Well, you'll just come to the merchandise mart. 19th floor. Oh, that's not so high. Well, no. It isn't half as high as Old Baldy at Dragon Retreat. Oh, no, you don't have to walk. Just take an elevator. We'll leave Aunt Doris downstairs then.
What's the matter with Aunt Doris?
She gets dizzy in elevators. We'll bring Dolores. Okay, we'll see you in a... Yeah. Okay, Uncle Dor. Yeah. See you in a minute. Right-to. Goodbye.
What's the problem?
Well, great news. Uncle Dorchester and Aunt Doris are coming to Chicago to live.
They are?
Yeah. And, but they have a problem. First of all, Uncle Dorchester has to go back out west with Aunt Doris. They have to settle some affairs out there. Well, sir, I tell you, I guess they have to go to the old mining camp or something, and they're having a very difficult problem because they don't know what to do with little Dolores. And the thing is that even when he gets back here, Aunt Doris is going to have to work. They're working on some special project or something, and they don't know what to do with her all day, and they don't want to get a sitter, and they don't know what to do with her while they're going out west, and they didn't want to leave her with Mother at Dragon Retreat because you know how it is, Mother's, she's so busy with the coming ski season and everything. So they've got Dolores, but they've got the problem. And I was wondering if...
Why not? I've missed her. She could stay with us all day long. We'll take care of her.
Yeah, but Kukla, that wouldn't be exactly right, really. After all, we're all friends, and we're very happy to meet each other's relatives and friends, but I don't think it's right to bring a stranger into the midst and then break up the little group.
Oh, don't be silly. Everybody loves Dolores. We'd be very happy to have her here.
Well, maybe so, but I think we ought to have a plebiscite.
What?
You know, or a survey.
No, not a survey.
Well, I mean, I think somebody should talk to everybody about, would they mind if Dolores came? Just to get it cleared so we know that there are no, irritations or upsets, because I wouldn't want her to come here unless it was right with everybody.
Oh, it'd be right with
I'd feel better if it was done that way.
Oh, okay, Ollie, whatever you say.
You'll take care of it then, Kukla?
Sure, I'll take care of the whole thing. I'll speak to Fran about it right away.
Okay. Just remember now. Get everybody's opinion.
I will. Fran!
Yes?
May I speak to you a minute, please?
You want my other sleeve?
No.
No?
No. Exciting news.
Oh, good.
Uncle Dorchester and Aunt Doris are in town.
They are.
And Dolores,
Oh,
too.
good. Haven't you missed her?
Oh, it's terrific.
I, too. Found one of her little bonnets the other day, and I just sat and looked at it for a while. I was so lonesome for it.
Yeah, I know. Well, she's here, but here's the problem.
I bet they're going away.
They are. They have to go out west. Uncle Dorchester and Aunt Doris are
Dear,
going to...
we were just getting so we kind of knew Dolores, and she knew us.
Yes, we were getting through to her.
Yes, we were, I thought.
But the thing is that Ollie's suggestion, and my suggestion, too, is this. That they'll have a
I thought of her first Christmas with us. I was thinking of it just the other day, and I thought how wonderful it'd be.
We could read stories to her. And
Yes, and we could have had a tree for her, a special little
we can
tree.
still do it. Here's my idea.
We couldn't get away to go, no, we couldn't.
No,
Cooper,
Fran.
not at Christmas time.
She could stay here. see, they're going out there just to settle their affairs at the mining camp, and then of course Uncle Dorchester has to sell the filling station. So they're going out there, and they, it's hard for a little kid to travel.
And we could keep her?
We could keep her, and then they're coming back here, and they're both going to work here in Chicago.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. We'll have her all the time.
But I said they should do it right away, but Ollie said no. He said he
doesn't want.
Yes, he wants her, but he wants everybody to know about it and be sure that it's all right with everybody.
Oh, well, I know it would be. Why, that's silly. Everybody would love to have her.
Well, I know that, but he wants you to take a plebiscite.
I don't really believe I can use one. No.
Oh, a survey.
Oh, those. Well, I always wanted to. I would much rather be a part of a survey. I always wanted someone to call on the phone and say, "What are you listening to?" or "What are you watching?" And I always thought of what I could tell them.
Yeah.
But
well, this would be a great chance for you to conduct a survey. You could ask everybody and
Like
tell them the news, and then ask them what they think.
Oh, you mean among our own?
Among our own
people?
group, sure.
Well,
be
yes,
sure that
I
it's all
could do
right.
that. Certainly.
And,
I guess that is the fair way to do.
now let's see if I've got it straight. Uncle Dorchester and Aunt Doris and little Dolores are here in town. And I don't know whether Uncle Dorchester and Aunt Doris are going to stay, for a little while before they go west, or...
Well, it would be sort of nice. It would break their trip.
I suppose they're going to stay for a while before they go west.
Oh, well, that's nice. Well, we'll just make room.
Maybe
for
Aunt
them.
Doris is going to stay anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she won't go west. I don't know about that, but I'll leave it up to
Well,
you.
that's all right. That's perfectly all right.
So, excuse me,
That's all right.
frog.
Oh, yes.
We all have frogs.
Well, share and share alike.
And
I
that's what I always
say.
say. Well, do you have a little notebook?
Well, I can get one. Yes,
Ma-
I have one. I know where there is one.
Write everybody's name down it and take it very carefully down and get all the information, and then we'll...
All right, I'll do
I know
that.
it'll be all right with everybody. But
Certainly.
I just like Ollie to be absolutely sure, Makes him feel better. After all, she's his relative. First cousin, Well, let's see if I can wrestle everybody up. You ready, Fran?
Just about. Yes, here it is. Yes, that's the right thing to do now, I think, to get everybody's reaction to this problem. And then we'll know just exactly where we stand. Really, I'll better see. Oh, Mercedes, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
You sort of adjusted now that you're back?
Oh, yes.
Well, I have
I
some
was
new...
adjusted this summer.
Were you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's nice. I
Two
have...
ribs were out of place back here.
Oh, were they?
Mm-hmm.
They look fine now.
Thank you.
Well, I have something to tell you, Mercedes. I know it's going to please you a great deal.
Mm-hmm.
I know how fond you were of Dolores when she stayed with us for a little while.
Oh, I think she's a very sweet child.
Isn't she, dear? Well, it seems that Uncle Dorchester and Aunt Doris and Dolores are in town.
Mm-hmm.
And they called, and now, this is the way we understand it. We're not quite clear on the situation, but I believe it's this way. Uncle Dorchester has property in the West, and he wants to dispose of that and settle here in Chicago. And so he is going to have someone take care of his interests out there and liquidate all his ownings there. And in the meantime, he and Aunt Doris and Dolores are going to stay with us. And, of course, you know how the housing situation is.
Sure.
We want to make it as easy as we can for them, so I imagine they'll all come stay with us. And we thought that it might be a nice thing for you and Dolores to share a room together when you're here.
I wouldn't mind a single bit. I think that would be wonderful.
Well, that's wonderful.
I'd
Now,
like to help take care of her, 'cause she's a sweet little dragon.
I don't know whether you knew this or not, Mercedes, but do you remember those little white rocks that Dolores loved so this summer? She played with so often. Weren't rocks.
Oh?
They were really little ducks, or they are now.
Oh, really?
12 of them.
They're cute.
And she has them, and she doesn't want to part with them. Whether Kukla and Ollie know that, but she has these 12 little ducks and won't have them out of her sight.
So she's brought them, too?
Mhm.
I suppose if she has the ducks and everything, then she'll... Well, that's, I think, quite wonderful.
Well, I thought you should know that because...
Well, it's all right with me. Anything anybody decides. I love little Dolores, and I want her to be with us.
Well, then I can put down yes for you, Mercedes.
You certainly can.
All right, fine. If you see any of the others, tell them, please, I'd like to see them at
I
their
will.
convenience.
Won't that be cute?
I understand that, well, hello, Francis.
I'm not Francis, I'm Mercedes.
Well, yes, of course. Well, my dear little girl, I'm expecting to meet Francis here. She wants to see me.
Oh, I can tell you what it's all about. You see, Uncle Dorchester and Aunt Doris and Ollie's mother are in town. And, oh, yes, and they have little Doloras.
Oh, that sweet little child, lovely little child. Think she's delightful.
Well, you see, they have a housing situation. It's a very difficult problem. It seems that, well, let me see. Doloras has fallen heiress to some property in the West, and they're all going out there, oh, wait a minute, to live. No. Well, they're going to stay here for a while, and Dolores has a dog and a cat and 24 little ducks. And I guess she just wants to know if we mind.
Well, certainly not. I declare I'd be very, very happy and very proud to have a little girl like that around here. She's a credit. She's certainly a credit to the Kuklapolitan players. It's just too bad that she was born a Yankee. That's all I have to say.
I see you have your crew cut again.
Well, yes, it grew out very fast. Oh, Miss Allison, I do believe
Yes.
that you wanted to see me.
Yes, I did, Colonel Cracky. We're conducting a sort of a survey, as it were. I don't know whether you know. We had a call this afternoon.
Well,
about,
yes, I've heard the entire situation, and it's perfectly all right with me. Now, I can tell you I would be very willing to cooperate with having little Dolores here because I feel, and of course I'm so fond of Ollie's mother, why, I will move up to the attic and Ollie's mother can have my room.
Was
And,
Ollie's mother coming?
oh,
with
yes,
you, too?
didn't you know that?
No, I hadn't heard
Oh, yes,
that.
Ollie's mother's coming, and I believe that she's bringing, let me see, I don't think yes, Ollie's father is coming, too. It's the first time for a visit, I believe, and they have, she didn't want to leave the fowl, so she's bringing all the chickens and turkeys and ducks. And then Dolores' mother and father, and Dolores, and I do believe that Miss Dragon is bringing her harpsichord.
What?
Well, she doesn't like to leave it up in Dragon Retreat, you know, the damp weather.
Oh.
So, but you can put me down to saying, yes, indeedy, I am in favor of little Dolores coming here to live with us, and I'll be glad to help her and teach her dramatic lessons or anything else I can do to be of service.
Well, I think your attitude is a splendid one, Colonel, and I thank you very much. I know Ollie will be pleased.
Well,
Let me write you down then as being agreeable.
Certainly. You think Ollie's father is coming?
Well, you told me about it. I don't know.
Well, you'll pardon me a moment. I'll try to check up on the facts.
All right.
Hello, darling.
Hello, Madam Ogleput.
I understand some great news is taking place.
Well, yes, it came as rather a surprise, and gets more surprising as it goes along. But this is the whole thing. I don't know whether Kukla, did he speak to you at all?
No.
Did Ollie speak to you?
No one's spoken to me at all.
Did Mercedes?
No.
Colonel Cracky?
No.
No? Well, this seems to be the whole crux of the matter. Ollie had a call from Uncle Dorchester, who's in town with Aunt Doris and Dolores, and he has some property in the West, which I thought was his own, but I gather that Ollie's mother and father have an interest in it as well, because they are going to be here or will go on west later to see about the disposition of this property. And
I imagine Cousin Dorothy will be coming along, too, don't you think?
did they all own it together?
I think so.
Well, along with them, it seems that Dolores has 12 ducks, which came about to our great surprise. And it seems also that Mrs. Dragon is quite fond of her poultry and is bringing her entire stock.
No doubt she'll bring that wonderful new mare she has. She loves to ride, you know.
No, I think they came by auto.
Oh, yes, but I imagine she'll bring her the trailer.
Oh?
Yes, I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure, my dear. Well, you can put me down as saying yes for Dolores. I'd love to have her and the whole family.
Well, thank you.
I'll put bunk beds in my room. We'll try it again.
Oh, all right. Well, Dolores is a little young for apple cores. Ophelia Oglepus, yes.
Oh, yes, I've heard the news. Indeed, yeah. Well, what in the world are we... What are we doing with our 50 Ford station wagon up here, Cecil Bill, for heaven's sakes? Really? Why, haven't you heard the news about Doloras? Walk, 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 walk. The chauffeur, too? Well, sir, of course you'll drive the 50 Ford. Gracious sakes, you know all about it. Why, you don't have to worry about that. I'll arrange it so that you can drive Dolores all over town in our little 50 Ford station wagon. Gracious sakes. Why, she'll love this. Has such wonderful quietness. And it's so beautiful. Oh, she'll just love that. A beautiful little baby dragon and a beautiful 50 Ford. And the comfort. Gracious sakes. She'll be just so comfortable we can take her out here at nap time. Well, that's an idea. If we don't find an extra room for her, there's plenty of room here in back of the fine 50 Ford station wagon. We can set up a little bed right in here and she can sleep in here. Her mother and father, too. There's plenty of room. Why, that would work, certainly. Because a 50 Ford looks like a big car. Feels like a big car. Is a big car. Yes, in all but cost. Why, say, that would really work out very nicely. Indeedy, indeedy. Just see her back here, fast asleep. But 50 Ford will be in the garage. After all, that's no place for a little baby to sleep, even though she'll be very comfortable in the car. One of the walls? Well, sir, I'll get my pickaxe. We'll try it. I think Fran wanted to see me. You take our 50 Ford station wagon right down. Get it all ready. Get the blankets all set. Yes, sir. Oh, that's a beauty. Francis?
You, Fletcher?
You bet.
Oh, I'm so glad I got to see you. I wanted to get your reaction to the little problem which has
Why, I'd be
come
very,
to our
very
end.
happy to have everybody come. Indeed, yes. And I think it's wonderful that whole summer theater crowd's going to stop by, too.
Pardon?
The summer theater crowd that's going to open the theater in the West. The one that Uncle Dorchester is going to direct. I just heard it all from Cecil Bill.
Going to come here?
Yes.
Are they bringing their own stage hands?
Well, I don't know about that. Cecil Bill, of course.
Fletcher, you think we can manage it?
Well, certainly we can manage it. I'm all in favor. Indeed, yes. I understand the gardener's coming, too, which is fine, because we can work out some fine new vegetable growing. That's just going to be wonderful.
Hello, kids!
Hello, Beulah.
Hey, it's wonderful! Understand we're going to do Ben-Hur.
When?
Well, understand the whole cast is coming out from New York.
Oh, no.
Certainly, heard the whole thing. Helen and Jean Rayburn are coming. They're coming with Ollie's mother and father. And Dolores is coming, and understand Lillian Gish is coming out, and Mary Martin. Whole bunch of them. We're going to do a big show here.
Is that right?
Yes!
Well, I had a letter today from the Auslers. Now, they didn't mention anything about that.
They'll be here, too. Heard the whole thing. I'm in favor of it. Believe me. We can make bunk beds go up 19 floors. Boy, you should see my arm from 19 floors with apple cores. Yee! It'll be grand, dear.
Well, if you think it's all right, Beulah, I'll put you down as
Beulah Witch says yes. Send them
Beulah?
on.
Beulah Witch, Fletcher Rabbit, Ophelia
Fran.
Oglepus.
You leaving?
Well, I hadn't intended to, but I may.
What's the trouble? Everybody said yes, I hope.
Well, yes, everyone has said yes. And everyone to whom an invitation was given has said yes and invited 50 more.
Oh,
And-
Fran.
I would Now, this is the way it stands. There's your Uncle Dorchester, Aunt Doris, Doloras, your mother, your father, all their poultry, 12 ducks that belong to Dolores,
Fran,
the chauffeur, the
Fran.
gardener, the cast of Ben-Hur, the Rayburns, the Oslers.
Fran, that's not the way it's going to work. I talked to Uncle Dorchester. Somebody's been adding to the story. Just little Dolores is coming. Ooh,
Little Dolores?
that must be the door now. Ooh.
Fran, she's here.
Is she really
Yeah,
here?
she's here. She's kind of sleepy. Uncle Dorchester said she hasn't had a nap yet.
Oh, bless your little heart.
Maybe we could sing a little song from the Happy Mother Goose book, the one that we recorded today.
Oh, I'd love to.
Where is she?
Wait,
Send her up,
wait, I put
Ollie.
my notebook away.
I'm going to warm up the bottle. Go on up. Your Uncle Kukla and Aunt Fran want to see you.
Oh, Dolores, bless your little heart. You've grown. She talks plainer, doesn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
You do. Let's see your tooth. Yeah?
Let's sing a little song. I think she's sleepy.
Bless her heart. Monday's child is fair of face. Tuesday's child is full of grace.
Wednesday's child wears a happy smile. Thursday's child sings all the while.
Friday's child takes pleasure in giving. Saturday's child takes joy in living.
But the child born on Christmas Day
Is sweet and wise, good and
She's ready for dinner, Ollie.
She talks
Come on
plain.
up for the sign-off.
You'll have to do it yourself.
Oh, okay. Remember, the one fine car in the low-priced field is the 1950
Forward.
When you see this 1950 Ford, you'll thrill to its brilliant beauty. When you test drive the new Ford, you'll agree here is big car driving at its very best. For in this truly fine car, you'll enjoy an eager power and all-round roadability, a luxury and comfort formerly found only in America's most expensive cars. And yet the 1950 Ford is economical, too. It's low in first cost, thrifty to operate, and inexpensive to maintain.
This is Burr Tillstrom thanking you all and welcoming Dolores to the Kuklapolitans.
Remember, the one fine car in the low-priced field is the 1950 Ford. Kukla, Fran and Ollie came to you from Chicago.
NBC Television.